Many a slip. And here's your chairman, Roy Plomley.
Many a slip, round 2, and the first round was won by the ladies. The teams: on my right, the ladies Isabel Barnett and Eleanor Summerfield; on my left, the gentlemen David Nixon and Paul Jennings. I read out some stuff with mistakes in it. The first player to spot a mistake presses a button. If it's a member of the ladies' team, you'll hear this. If it's a gentleman, you'll hear this. Scoring when we come to it, and the chairman's decision is final at all times. Looking along the many a slip bookshelf from left to right, or if you're sitting with your back to your radio, right to left, there is a David Nixon.
If you're only listening, I can't see that it makes a great deal of difference whether you stand on one leg or hang out of the window.
Makes no difference. 2 marks. It's 1 mark for spotting a mistake, another for correcting it, and the marks are credited to your team. But if you press a button for a mistake and there isn't one, then, Eleanor Summerfield, what happens?
You give 2 to the other side.
There's a copy of The Diary of a Nobody by George and Weedon Naismith, which is the... Paul Jennings.
George and Weedon Grossmith.
2 marks. Which is the story of the day-to-day affairs of Charles Peters. Next to that, Isabel Barnett.
No, not Peters. Pooter.
Pooter, 2 marks. Next to that is an omnibus edition of Emily Dickinson, the English authoress, David Nixon.
American.
2 marks, who is famed for her short stories. Then, Isabel Barnett.
She was a poetess.
She was indeed, 2 marks. Then, Every Man and His Humour by Sam Jonson. And if you haven't, Isabel Barnett.
By who?
Sam Jonson. You're playing for time. Ben, 2 marks. Ben Jonson.
Well, I had to have time.
And if you haven't read this novel, you should. It was first, Isabel Barnett.
It's a play.
2 marks. Performed at the Curtain Theatre in 1498 with William Shakespeare and the cast, Isabel Barnett.
He was an Elizabethan. You're a century out.
Yes, 1598. 2 marks.
Something or other.
The third and last book I shall mention in this piece, Eleanor Summerfield, for a
This
change.
can't be the 3rd book you've mentioned. This is the 6th book you've mentioned.
4th book.
2 to the gentlemen.
4th book.
2 to the ladies, yes. Was the 4th. The 4th and last book I shall mention in this piece is William Shirer's The Rise and Fall of the Second Reich, which is probably Eleanor Summerfield.
No, not me. Third.
What is it then?
The Third Reich,
The Third Reich, 2 marks.
my friend said. Yes.
Which is probably the best book ever written on the reasons and effect on Europe of the Nazi gangsters. It's an awful warning. David Nixon.
No, I don't think you could say that. You should say that. The reasons and effect of... Can you have a reason and an effect and link them together? Shouldn't it be the reasons for the Nazi gangsters and their effect on something?
Yes.
I'll accept that for
It's
2
a bad
marks.
case of zeugma.
Zeugma?
Yeah.
Thank you, yes.
This is a family audience.
He came out in shirt sleeves and a bad temper. That's what it is.
It's an awful warning of the disasters that follow chauvinism, jingoism, and protogen. David Nixon.
There's a mistake.
A safe 1 mark. What was it?
Well, you can't go that far without a mistake. and you can't work with Mr. Messiter for 57 years without knowing that it often comes on the last word.
Yes.
So what was that last word?
Protogen. Protogine.
Not that stuff you have late at night, is it?
It's that long stuff with the hairy legs, isn't it? Protogen. No, we just have the 1 mark.
Yeah, it's all you're going to get. Yes, protogen really doesn't fit in with chauvinism and jingoism. It's a type of rock found especially in the Alps. And at the end of that first piece, the ladies have won 18 points and the gentlemen have 12. Which brings us to the memory piece. I read out some prose, and later I'll read it a little differently, and the teams will tell me just how differently. Success, however slight, can only be appreciated in others by those who have it themselves. The ordinary fellow, unconscious of his shortcomings, who does not have success, can only envy it in others and cannot admire it, because he's never worked hard enough or long enough or had failure enough to realize the difficulties that success is built on. One of the thoughts of Messiter, you buy it in a little red book. And now I'm handing over to our musical mistakes man at the piano, Steve Rees.
The song is ended, but the memory lingers on. And that was Isabel. Hello,
Isn't
Isabel.
it the melody that
It is the
lingers
melody.
on?
Gets you off to 2 marks in the music spot. It's strange how many tunes start with those first 3 notes, G, B flat, C. David?
G, B flat, C.
Yes.
G, C, B, B. No, that would be a minor. G, B, B flat.
No. There's the various confusions going on. I was right. G, B flat, C. Those 3 notes. So you had 2 to the ladies.
My piano's out of tune. I'm sorry.
Or if you should prefer, David, tonic solfa, mi, so, ti. There's, no, you lost that one. It should have been mi, so, la. Yeah, too late. How Little We Know starts with those 3 notes. Oh, somebody rang. David, somebody knows the tune.
Somebody's heard it before.
David.
There's a lady in the 3rd row thinks that's wrong.
Yeah, well, the lady in the 3rd row will have noticed about 17 mistakes by the time at that point.
I won't charge you 17, just 1 for spotting it.
Why not, yes. 1 to the lady in the front row, none to the gentleman or to the lady. Same 3 notes again at the start of Mac the Knife. Paul.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, I rang too soon. Yeah.
It is, so that's 2 to the ladies. There's also the old Irish song, Eugene O'Neill. Isabel.
That isn't Eugene O'Neill.
No, he's a fuller.
Sing Eugene O'Neill.
Well, I can sing you the rest of that
He's a
one.
dramatist, so you can't
Yes.
sing him easily.
Yes.
Shall we have Peggy O'Neill instead?
Peggy,
Yeah,
yeah, that.
Marks. Here's the tune.
Ooh,
David.
a very subtle one in there, in between the change of phrase. Da 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 da, da da dum, dee da 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 da. You put 1 note in too many.
No,
Never
too subtle for you, actually. I did play it correctly. 2 more to the ladies. Oh, well. Carrying on, those same 3 opening notes, yet again, G, B flat, E flat. Isabel?
It wasn't G, B flat, E flat last
G,
time.
B
It's
flat,
G, B
C.
flat,
Yes,
C.
that's right, you got it. 2 marks there. Same notes begin Ray Noble's tune Chickasaw, this one. David.
No, that is not Chickasaw. That is da 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 dee da dee da da dee da dee da da, and it's something about mood indigo.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconut.
No, Cherokee.
Cherokee, yes, that's right.
Indians, that's what I meant.
Yes, nobody ever sweated more over 2 marks than our David, I tell you. There's also Over the Waves. Isabel.
It's not Over the Waves.
That's right. What is it?
Pom, pom. It's a blue Daniel. It's a Strauss. It's just
No.
the what?
Here we go with more troubles now. It was, in fact,
Skater's Waltz.
Yes, you got it.
That's a
Yes,
girl.
you got it. On top of all these popular songs, of course, there are countless uses of those 3 notes among classical composers. People like Rossetti, Sabatini, Mascara, Paul Jennings.
I wish I could remember them.
You rang after Rossetti. Yeah.
Yes, Rossini, not
Yeah,
Rossetti.
yes, well, yes. Rossetti did a different kind of art.
There's not one called Mascara.
No, well, you get just 2 marks for that. For my last example of mi, so, la tunes, tonic solfa again, David?
No, not me so long.
Yes, mi, so, la is right.
Was it?
Mi, so, la. 2 to the ladies. I've chosen Umbrella Man by Sarah Gamp. David, this time you may get 2 marks, I think.
I will get 2 marks because I laughed.
Yeah, you were going to say it was by Kavanagh, Rose and Stock, weren't you?
Yes, I was going to say
Right,
that, but
2 marks.
Flanagan sang it too.
Here's the tune.
Atta gal.
You'd missed one earlier. Eleanor, yes, you noticed something wrong.
Dum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum.
Yes, 2
Nice
marks to you.
words.
And here's the very end of the very end of that chorus. David, the last phrase for your 2 marks.
Dee-da-da-da-da-dee-dum.
Yes?
Da-dum.
2 marks and goodbye. Yes.
Thank you, Steve Race. And at the end of the musical mistake spot, the ladies have 50 and the gentlemen have 32. Success, however little, can only be appreciated in others. Eleanor Summerfield.
There's another S in there. Seldom be appreciated. Success, however slight.
Right, 2 marks. Can only be appreciated in others by men who have it themselves. Paul Jennings.
Whatever it wasn't men.
Not men.
What was it? 1 mark.
By those.
2 marks. The ordinary chap, unconscious of his... Paul Jennings.
Whatever it wasn't chap.
What was it?
It was a very sort of dignified piece of prose altogether. The ordinary man, perhaps. The ordinary person.
Person.
1
Person.
mark. Isabel Barnett.
I thought it was person, so I'm wrong. Too.
Individual.
1 to the gentleman.
Fella.
Fellow, yes, too late. Unconscious of his shortcomings, who does not have triumphs, can only... Paul Jennings.
Can you say that again? Who does not?
Who does not have triumphs.
No, who has...
Who does not have
No, it wasn't triumphs. Who doesn't have successes. Thank you, David Nixon.
Success, you have your 2 marks. Can only envy it in others, and cannot like it because he's never... Paul Jennings.
Cannot admire it.
2 marks. Because he's never worked hard enough or early enough, or had... Isabel Barnett.
Never worked hard enough or long enough.
2 marks. Or had failure enough to understand the difficulties that success is made of. Isabel Barnett.
That's wrong.
What is?
Success is made of.
1 mark.
That,
Oh, glory be. I wish I had a
I don't know. I
Should have
just know
been
that-
built on
Built-
and
Ah.
understand should have been realised.
Ah.
The score now 40 to the gentlemen, 55 to the ladies. '55, and now the year 1955. President Eisenhower had been President of the United States of America for only 5 years. Isabel Barnett.
Less time than that.
An estimate, please.
55. I think he came in 52, 53-ish.
Inaugurated in January 1953. 2 marks.
Done.
The Kenya government issued surrender terms for the Mau Mau. David Nixon.
So they did.
So they did. Just 1 mark. Isabel Barnett.
Wouldn't they, to be strictly correct, have issued surrender terms to the Mau Mau?
I think you have a point. I think you
I
have...
think I got 3.
Well, it depends which side of the fence you're sitting on.
I think 4 or 2. Ideally, I'd give you 1.5. I'll give you 2.
How kind.
At Pittsburgh University, a vaccine was prepared against polio by John E. Salk and David Nixon.
Johnny Salt? Sulk.
Jonathan.
Salk.
Salk.
S-A-L-K, that's
Salk.
right. And the Christian name?
Jonathan.
Wrong.
It is a J.
It is a J.
Yes, known as the Salk vaccine.
John?
Jonas.
Jonas, you're right. 1 to the gentleman, 1 to the lady. Jonas E. Salk. And on April the 6th, Britain found a new Prime Minister in Sir Alec Douglas Hume. David Nixon?
Eden.
Anthony Eden, we think.
Quite right, 2 marks. Who followed the defeat at the polls of Clement Attlee. This was Isabel Barnett.
No, he followed the retirement of Sir Winston Churchill.
2 marks. This was the year of the famous motor show remark, "Mink is too hot to sit on," said by Mrs. Braddock. Also, David Nixon.
Mrs. Braddock, did you say?
Yes.
No, I don't think she would have said that.
Who said it?
It sounds like Lady Docker.
It was Lady Docker. Also in England in September, commercial TV started. In Venice, we read... David Nixon.
I heard this one talked about the other day. There's strictly in this country, there's no such thing as commercial TV. Is there?
Explain.
If I'm wrong, I will keep quiet.
Explain
Well,
to
because
me.
it's independent. It's not supposed to be commercial.
Oh, yes, it's the idea.
Those little bits that come in the middle that help to
They're
pay
just
us
a
if we're not
mistake.
working on this channel are nothing to do with the programme.
Yes, you're quite right. There was a kind of euphemistic piece put out. It's independent television with advertisements, not commercial television. 2 marks. Clever of you to remember that. In Venice, we read of the wedding of 15-year-old Princess Ira Hamburger, while in Argentina, Isabel Barnett.
Oh, no, she was Ira von Fürstenberg.
Fürstenberg, 2 marks. while in... Eleanor Summerfield.
And in Venice, I wasn't in 1955, so in Venice, I didn't read of it. So I think perhaps you should have
It's
said
in Venice,
we
comma.
read
Yes.
in Venice
I
something
think
something,
you are
something.
trying to split a hair, and I don't think we're going to encourage
Fine.
it. In Venice, we read of the wedding of 15-year-old Princess Ira Fürstenberg, whilst in Argentina, the other side of the world, crowds were cheering and celebrating Isabel Barnett.
Was they? Well, so they should.
It's not strictly the other side of the world. I mean, it's
Oh, yes,
across
it
the
is.
world.
Where's the other side of the world from Argentina? From Venice.
From Venice.
Well, you'd be over the other side in the Pacific.
Argentina.
In the South
Really, wouldn't
Pacific.
you?
2
Yes.
marks.
Oh, Fiji.
Crowds were cheering and celebrating in Argentina Juan Perón's recent election. This year, David Nixon.
They weren't cheering his election then,
What were they cheering?
kicking them out.
Expulsion, 2 marks. This year also saw the publication of Lolita, written by Mrs. Mary Whitemouse. Eleanor Summerfield.
No, she didn't write that one. She wouldn't have approved of that one. Was it Nabokov?
Nabokov.
Vladimir Nabokov. And for the
Carry
first
on.
time on any screen was seen Cecil B. DeMille's King of Kings. Paul Jennings.
I thought you were going to say Cecil Beaton.
he's
I
got-
don't- Anyway, there's a mistake.
There's a mistake there.
Yeah.
What my friend is trying to say that that it wouldn't have been the first time on any screen because of the rushes. You see,
Oh, no. 2 to the ladies. Isabel Barnett.
Well, as the oldest here, I can say I saw it when I was a child. It was a long time before that.
It must
was
have
in
been
the
a
20s
Must have
somewhere.
been a rerun. It was actually first shown in 1927, 2 to the ladies. In the world of science, Dorothy Hodgkin discovered the composition of vitamin B12. Paul Jennings.
Surely it was long after 19.
It was in 1955, 2 to the ladies.
55.
Winfield and Dixon invented pteroline, and the discovery...
Oh, no,
Isabel
pteroline had been
Barnett.
about long before that. It was used in the hosiery trade in the 40s.
Yes, right. Invented in 1941, 2 to the ladies. And also the discovery that Jupiter emits radio waves was made by Mr. B.F. Burke. Eleanor
It couldn't have
Summerfield.
been a BF if he discovered that.
Can't be someone. I'm sure his name wasn't B.F.
The
Burke.
discovery that Jupiter emits radio waves was made in 1955 by Mr. B.F. Burke. The score is now 75 to the ladies,
Poor chap.
50 to the gentlemen. I'll now read you something that doesn't contain the letter K for king. If a conjurer wishes to do a thought-reading act, it must be remembered... Eleanor Summerfield.
If a country wishes to thought-reading act, it must be... I beg your pardon.
That's just 2 to the gentleman. Must be remembered and acknowledged that there are several... Paul Jennings.
Acknowledge.
2 marks.
Okay.
That there are several well-known such acts about. Isabel Barnett.
Known.
2 marks. For that reason, if not for others, he must consider David Nixon.
we must. Yes.
The ladies have 2 marks. For that reason, if not for others, he must consider quietly what sort of a... Paul Jennings.
I'm glad you
I meant to
beat
bring
me
it
to
very
Paul.
quietly.
2 to the ladies. What sort of effect he wants to make on his audience. Isabel Barnett.
Oh, no.
Make on
Make
his
2 marks.
Audience. Make.
Before-
Yes, make.
You hadn't said make when she rang the bell.
Oh, yes.
Says 2 to us.
Before he wants to make on his audience before he can even commence the careful, calm calculations essential to a cautiously conceived occurrence. David Nixon.
Hard luck.
Would you mind saying that again?
2 to the ladies. Basically, he must tie a metaphorically memorable knot in his mind from which, David Nixon... Cannot, 2 marks. From which to hang all the action of the act, and from there... David Nixon.
If there's a slip of the K.
2 to the ladies. And from there protect himself from being exposed to the more inquisitive members of the public. When the curtain comes down to the cacophony of applause and acclaim, he will only then, Paul Jennings, just 2 to the ladies, know about the measure, if any, David Nixon.
No.
2 marks, if any, of his success. And the score at the end of that
Don't
piece
tell
is
us.
89 to the ladies, 60 to the gentlemen.
We're giving them a bad time, you know.
Here are the names of a few well-known dogs. Bill Sykes in Dickens's Old Curiosity Shop had a dog. Eleanor Summerfield.
Bill Sykes never went into Dickens' Old Curiosity Shop. He was Oliver Twisting.
2 marks. He had a dog.
And
Paul
Bill
Jennings.
Sykes wasn't a dog.
I didn't say he was.
The way you read it.
Wait.
He had a
Just
dog.
one to the ladies. Had a dog, as attentive readers will remember, called Bullnose. There was also Eleanor Summerfield.
His name wasn't Bullnose.
What was it?
Spot or something.
Bull something.
Bull. Nose,
1 mark. It
nose.
was Bullseye.
Something else.
There was also a famous dog belonging to the mythical Pluto called Cerebral, who was David Nixon.
No, that's something rather nasty. He was called, what's that?
Cerebus.
Like the salt, yes.
Cerberus.
Cerebus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isabel Barnett, you had anything to add?
No, I was just going to say Cerberus as
Who
opposed to
was,
Cerberus.
who was reputed by some to have 3 tails to wag.
No,
Isabel
he got
Barnett.
3 heads
3 heads.
guarding the path.
Yes, and according to some writer, a voice of bronze. 2 marks. If you've read Joyce's Ulysses, you may have come across the Citizens, David Nixon.
Ah, well, it depends how well you read it. No, you shouldn't it be if you've read, you will have come across?
Yes, it should. 2 marks. The Citizens, mangy old mongrel Gary Owen. There's a dog called Tartar belonging to Shirley in the book of the same name by Emily Bronte. And Isabel Barnett.
Wrong Bronte.
Which Bronte?
Charlotte.
2 marks. And that sturdy Lidsdale farmer, Dandy Dinmont, in Scott's Gay Mannering, owned Isabel Barnett.
Guy Mannering.
Guy Mannering, 2 marks. Owned a couple of terriers called Mustard and Salt. Alexander the Great, David Nixon.
I challenge mustard and salt.
What should it be?
Mustard and pepper.
2 marks. Alexander the Great, Isabel Barnett.
No, salt and pepper, surely.
Mustard and pepper.
Oh,
That's
really?
2 to the gentleman.
Oh, I thought they were
Alexander
all
the Great
pepper.
is supposed to have named a city after his dog Peritas. Byron had a dog called Bosun, which is Paul Jennings.
I'm sure he didn't.
I'm sure he did. 2 to the lady. Byron had a dog called Bosun, which he said possessed beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man, including his vices. But nobody, David Nixon.
All the virtues of man without his vices.
Right, 2 marks.
Because those are men's vices, aren't they?
But nobody ever remembers the name of the dog in Dombey and Son that Toots gives to Florence Dombey. Isabel Barnett.
Well, somebody must.
Yeah, especially if they've just read it.
Yes, indeed.
I mean,
somebody
we might
must.
not. I certainly don't.
No,
I-
2 marks. The dog is called Diogenes.
Well,
To
very
finish
well.
this list of fictitious dogs, we've chosen Isabel Barnett.
One of them's real. The one that Paul
Yes.
queried, Bosun.
Not all fictitious. 2 marks.
Bargain's
We've
dog.
chosen Punch's dog, Toby, named after the dog in Tobit, one of the books of the New Testament. And Isabel Barnett, that was a slow reaction.
Yeah, it isn't in the New Testament.
Where is it?
I don't
Is
think
it-
it's in the Old Testament. Is it in the Apocrypha?
It is in the Apocrypha. At the end of that piece, the ladies have 107 and the gentlemen have 70.
We,
Humphrey Pumfret, the many-a-slip detective, had just seen the film Rear Window with the lady who is now Prince Grace of Meccano. And who was that? Isabel Barnett.
Monaco.
Right. 2 marks. And thrilled by the direction of Alfred Halfcock, was looking everywhere, David Nixon.
Hitch.
Hitch, yes, 2 marks. Was looking everywhere for criminals. As he passed by a street vendor who was selling old novelties, he became suspicious.
A contradiction in terms.
Old novel.
If it's a novelty, it can't be old, except me.
2 marks. The day was warm and sulky, yet the man was wearing...
It's got to be
Isabel Barnett.
sultry.
Sultry.
Sultry. 2 marks. Yet the man was wearing 2 overcoats on top of each other. David Nixon.
2 overcoats on top of each other.
Yeah.
On top of one another. Or 1 overcoat on another.
1 on top of the other will do. 2 marks. Pumfret looked closely at him, but not being gifted with extra-sensual perception, could not...
Extra
Nixon.
Sensori.
Sensory, 2
perception.
marks. Could not discover the reason for this behaviour. The vendor would obviously not divulge the reason without being asked. Paul Jennings.
Divulge.
Divulge, 2 marks. Suddenly a 2-tone black Mini, driven by a man David Nixon.
No. No,
No, ma'am?
It couldn't have been. They don't have them in two-tone black.
Two-tone black, difficult.
No, very difficult.
No. 2 marks. Driven by a man looking just like the previously mentioned Alfred Hitchknot, drove past Isabel
You didn't
Barnett.
call him Hitchknock the first time round.
Hitchknot, I said.
Well, you shouldn't have. You called him half
Half-cock.
Yes. And what should it be?
Hitchcock.
All together now, 2 marks. Drove past and, drawing level with the salesman, the driver got out, delivered a violent Karachi blow, and then drove off. David Nixon.
Did you say a Karachi blow?
Karachi blow.
No,
it's not at all, is it?
No. That's what you do for the Indian road trip. No, this was a karate blow.
Karate blow, 2 marks. Just this once, Pomfret did not follow, as he was becoming increasingly more frightened. And it was impossible, Eleanor
You
Summerfield.
can't say increasingly more. You say increasingly frightened or more frightened, but that's tautology.
2 marks. And it was possible to make a forecast of the future. But as we said, David
More
Nixon...
tautology.
More tautology. Forecast or...
Future.
Yes. 2 marks. But as we said before, he was not blessed with extra-sexual perception. Eleanor Summerfield.
Well, we
how they
didn't
got that
actually
one so
say that
quickly.
before.
Eleanor?
We should have said extrasensory. That's what we said before, or should have said before.
Whatever
Yeah.
turns
But
him on
you
if he wants
said
to say.
extra-sensual before, and you should... Need I go on?
No, extra-sexual. 2 marks. Less fun, but more usual. And that's as far as we can go. The closing
far as
score
you
for
should
the
go.
second round, the ladies win by 117 marks to 85. Which mean that the ladies have won the first 2 rounds of this series. Until next week, then, on behalf of the teams, Isabel Barnett and Eleanor Summerfield and David Nixon and Paul Jennings, and Steve Rees, our musical mistakes man, I'll say goodbye.
Many a Slip was devised and written by Ian Messiter. The German was Roy Plomley, and the producer, John Castles.
And joining the teams next week will be Tim Rice.
An award-winning team brings a difficult subject to life, examining sex in myth and history and literature.
How about a little gondola ride to my private island?
I beg your pardon? Where's that then?
Across the dark lagoon.
How dare you suggest such a thing?